Hi, welcome. This is the Astro-Tarot for the week of July 25th. I'm really grateful that you're here. My name is Jolie, and so today this will be the tarot that we use is the Visconti deck. And as you can see, I have Leo. I'm full Leo mode today. And if you want to guess my sign, yes, it's Leo. All right. So put up with me for a minute. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to pull the cards to see if that works. Since this is still new, it's still a new series that I started, and hopefully this is going to work out pretty good. So, all right. So as I'm shuffling the cards, what I'm saying, I'm going to ask the higher powers that be to reveal a broader, more detailed picture of the energy fueling the situation of the week. So, we don't want to give our power away to a scenario too distant in the future. We're only going to be going here a day at a time, a week at a time, okay? And when we look into the past, I do a past, present, and future. So allowing courageous thoughts. And that is a Leo theme, is courage and creativity. All right, so here we go. I'll go ahead and pull the first card. And that is the moon. So the moon is in the past, and that's where we have that morbid reflection sometimes of where the past, where we think that everything that happens today, where we may possibly have reactions to things that have happened today that we remember from the past. So if we can just stay present, that may work. The moon card is well, the full moon was just here as well. We just had our full moon, and with the moon, we can feel our emotions. And let me see where the moon is today. So the moon today is in, it's 29 degrees at the moment in Aquarius. So it's also conjunct with with Jupiter at 0 degrees in Pisces. So if you're feeling big emotions, they're expanded. They're here for us to learn. We can learn about maturing our emotions through changing the way that we look at the world, so that we can have peace and we can think a little bit more before we react. Seeing that there's oppositions now with Venus, the moon is in opposition, so that's exactly opposite, which gives us a challenge in the Venusian department, especially because Venus is at 4 degrees in Virgo. So right now she's in a place where she likes to have discipline. She likes to have things in order. And that is in opposition with the way we feel and in our emotions. Sometimes we can maybe have, we can butt heads with mother figures, mother figures or motherly, like for instance, at work, I have a motherly figure at work that is kind of like nosing around. And by my old reactions of knowing that, I was starting to react and feel triggered. And I was able to turn that around and stop and pause so that I can act in a different way. So that's something that can, work in your favor if you can work with these energies, right? So, so the next card is present. It's all about being present and strength. Strength. Even though this card is a little looking like it's abusive, right? So we don't want to be Machiavellian, use that Machiavellian strength, which is to try to control others. No. Let's allow the strength within us to actually hold off not try to control other people, because that is an illusion. And speaking of illusions, the planets Neptune, which is it's nicely aspected today as well as this week. It has a sextile to Pluto, which is in Capricorn, and Neptune also has a nice aspect to Mercury. So we can be able to talk about that unity, that love that we can have all together, even in the midst of change, even in the midst of that power struggle that may be happening within your career or your work or um, your outward appearance in the world, so so to speak. So there's some nice aspects there as well. So all right, so that's that for oh, that's okay, that's not so good. All right, so and then the Lovers is in the future. So we'll have to make decisions when we have the Lovers card. We have to let go of something of ourselves in order for that, for relationships to merge and to become. And as I see, there is a little trouble in the air for that, where Mars is on the tail of Venus, and where Mars is at 27 degrees Leo, where there's this courage, there's this passion and creativity, and Venus isn't having any of it. She's in the aspect of trying to put things in order, and that's what she loves. And so with Mars wanting to party and have fun, be creative, she's not into it right now. So I think that that we can then look at other things where we can start to communicate with the fact that Venus is in a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. So she is looking for new ways for some type of stability in her life. So she's looking for stability with the aspects of Virgo, which is just to figure out who she is, right? So that's this this week. Some oppositions that I'll to maybe keep a look at. Okay, so there's the sun is at 3 degrees in Leo, because we're at July 25th, right? And so there's 2 oppositions. One is at with Pluto, and the other opposition here is with Saturn. So so the sun has to work with those oppositions. The oppositions give a lot of energy, because there's a lot of energy where there's like frustration with their creativity. So, you know, think about that. It's going to loosen up here shortly, but it's something that throughout the month, especially the month of August, it's going to loosen up and have that relief. And the sun's going to catch up with Mars. Okay. So I hope that if you're interested in a reading, please just email me, and we'll look at your chart, where especially if you can even pull up the Astro chart, the astro.com, if you know your date and place of birth. If you know the time, that's great too. Then we can see the housing, and then we can see how the transiting planets that are moving around right now are affecting you and your life. And if you have any questions about that, just have them ready, and we'll do the tarot along with the astrology. Okay, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.